Hello, chess lovers. Welcome back to the Knight Gambit TV. Our mission is to help students and chess players improve their skills, develop critical thinking, and grow through the game of chess. Through free lessons, game analysis, opening traps, and motivational content, the Knight Gambit TV aims to make chess learning simple, enjoyable, and accessible to everyone. Every move is a chance to learn, improve, and succeed. The Knight Gambit TV, learn, think, improve, succeed. Today we have a very short but extremely instructive opening trap from the Sicilian Defense, delayed Alapin variation with d6. This game was played between Werner and Zellner in 1993. Although the game lasted only 5 moves, it contains a tactical mistake that every Sicilian player should know. Let's analyze every move carefully. Move 1. White plays 1. e4. The white pawn from e2 moves to e4. White immediately controls the center and opens lines for the white queen and white bishop. Black replies 1. c5. The black pawn from c7 moves to c5. This is the Sicilian Defense, one of the most popular and aggressive responses to 1.e4. Black fights for the center from the side rather than mirroring white. Move 2. White plays 2. Knight f3. The white knight from g1 moves to f3. The knight attacks the central d4 square and helps white develop quickly. Black replies 2. d6. The black pawn from d7 moves to d6. Black strengthens the center and prepares natural development of the kingside pieces. Move 3. White plays 3. c3. The white pawn from c2 moves to c3. This is the delayed Alapin variation. White prepares the central advance d4 on the next move and builds a strong pawn center. Black replies 3. Knight f6. The black knight from g8 moves to f6. The knight attacks the white pawn on e4 and develops naturally. Everything looks normal so far. Move 4. White plays 4. Bishop e2. The white bishop from f1 moves to e2. This quiet developing move prepares castling and keeps white's position flexible. Black replies 4. Knight takes e4. The black knight from f6 captures the white pawn on e4. At first glance, black wins a pawn for free. Many inexperienced players see an undefended pawn and immediately grab it. However, this move is a serious tactical mistake. Black's knight has wandered into danger and overlooked an important tactical resource available to white. Move 5. White plays 5. Queen a4 check. The white queen from d1 moves to a4, giving check to the black king on e8. This is the key move of the trap. Let's understand why it is so powerful. The queen attacks along the a4, e8 diagonal. a4 b5 c6 d7 e8. The black king is now in check. At the same time, the move creates a devastating tactical problem. Notice that the black knight on e4 is no longer safe. If black blocks the check with a piece or tries to defend, white simply wins the knight. The knight on e4 has become trapped because the check forces black to deal with the king first. Black suddenly realizes that the pawn grab was poisoned. After the check is handled, white will recover material and emerge with a winning position. The tactical point is that the queen move attacks the king while exposing the vulnerability of the knight. Seeing that the knight cannot be saved and that white will win material, black resigned immediately. Lesson from this trap: never grab a pawn simply because it looks free. Before capturing, always ask, is my piece safe after the capture? Does my opponent have a check? Are there tactical threats against my king? In this game, black focused on winning a pawn and completely missed the powerful move queen to a4 check. A single tactical oversight ended the game instantly. That's why in chess, development and king safety are often more important than grabbing material. If you enjoyed this opening trap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more amazing chess traps and tactical lessons. This is the Knight Gambit TV, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go to the second trap. Hello, chess lovers. Welcome back to the Knight Gambit TV. Today we will examine a beautiful opening trap from the Latvian Gambit accepted. This game was played between Valverde and Rosso in 1998. The game lasted only 9 moves, but it contains a powerful tactical lesson. Let's go through every move carefully and understand exactly what happened. Move 1. White plays pawn to e4. White immediately controls the center and opens lines for the bishop and queen. Black responds with pawn to e5. Black also fights for central control and creates a classical open game. Move 2. White develops the knight to f3. The knight attacks the e5 pawn and prepares quick development. Black plays pawn to f5. This is the aggressive Latvian Gambit. Black sacrifices pawn safety and weakens the king's position in search of active play. Move 3. White captures with pawn takes f5. The e4 pawn captures the f5 pawn and accepts the gambit. Black develops bishop to c5. The bishop aims at the sensitive f2 square and tries to generate attacking chances. Move 4. White plays knight takes e5. The knight from f3 captures the e5 pawn. White now has won a second pawn and stands materially ahead. Black responds with pawn to d5. This move attacks the white knight and opens lines for black's pieces. Black hopes to gain compensation for the sacrificed pawns. Move 5. White plays queen to h5 check. An excellent tactical move. The queen attacks the black king and immediately creates pressure. Black moves king to e7. The king steps forward because there is no comfortable way to block the check. Move 6. White plays queen to g5 check. The queen follows the king and delivers another check. White keeps the black king exposed and prevents black from organizing the position. Black moves king to e8. The king retreats, but black's position is already becoming very dangerous. Move 7. White plays queen takes d8 check. The queen captures black's queen on d8. This is a devastating tactical blow. White wins the most powerful piece on the board. Black responds with king takes d8. The king recaptures the white queen. Although queens are exchanged, white has already gained a huge advantage because of the coming knight fork. Move 8. White plays knight to f7 check. The knight from e5 jumps to f7 with check. This is the key tactical move of the game. The knight attacks the black king and also attacks the rook on h8. This is a classic knight fork. Black moves king to e7. The king escapes the check, but the rook cannot be saved. Move 9. White plays knight takes h8. The knight captures the rook on h8. At this moment, white has won black's queen and rook while giving up only a queen in the exchange sequence. Black's position is completely lost. Seeing the enormous material deficit and lack of compensation, black resigns. Final position lesson. This game teaches an important lesson about the Latvian Gambit. When black gambles too aggressively and neglects king's safety, tactical shots can appear very quickly. The critical ideas were queen to h5 check, queen to g5 check, queen takes d8, knight to f7 check fork, knight takes h8 winning the rook. A perfect example of how tactical awareness can punish risky opening play. If you enjoyed this trap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the Knight Gambit TV. Every move matters, and every tactic brings you one step closer to chess mastery. See you in the next chess trap video. Thank you so much. God bless everyone.